Okay. This is gonna be one of my more casual vlogs tonight. As you can see, I don't have a whole little setup, but lighting's pretty good, so I can just do it from right here. So I guess I'll wait till like at least maybe one or two people come in, so we can talk about this. Hey, cousin, Miss Nene, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. Oh, first I gotta give a birthday shout out to my brother Magellan and my sister Kaylin. Happy birthday. I hope you are both having a wonderful birthday wherever you are right now. I mean, I know you're in Texas, but I don't know where y'all at. So now that I've got that out of the way, so yeah, I just wanted to, talk to you all briefly about, finances and relationships and how apparently like that's one of the like biggest reasons why people break up and divorce is actually money fights and money problems. So it's not necessarily the fact that they're not making enough money, but just that they're having fights over them. So I just wanted to come in here and chat with you all really quickly and see what you all thought. Hey, John, Los Capone, Bo Dilly, Sam. It's crazy, like 5 people just came in the room, but it's showing me that I only have one person here, so I don't even know who's still here. I guess John's still here. Hey, John. So apparently money issues are like one of the biggest issues in marriages or whatever. So I just want to talk to you and find out, your views on that. Like, do you feel like you should have separate accounts? Does it matter whether or not the person that you're dating has life insurance or not? Just simple, basic things like that. You thought I was raw. You thought you were raw and uncut. It is raw and uncut because I'm telling y'all exactly how I feel. Hey, Gerzon. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Is it Gerzon? I'll just call you Mr. Rodriguez. How about that? Would that work? Talking about hey boo, you need to be hey booing in my inbox. How about that? So we can hang out. You were married for 12 years. Okay, so question, and you feel free to if this is too much. So do you feel like you all, the reason you all weren't married, weren't married, the reason you all got divorced, did that have anything to do with finances? Did you all ever have money fights and things like that? And, how big of a role did that play? Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh, heart eyes? I don't know why I'm getting the heart eyes with the uh-oh. Gerzon, Mr. Rodriguez. Oh, you like that. Hi, Sydney. So, yeah, that's what we're chatting about tonight. How big of a role do finances play? A lot of times you hear women say, and yes, I'm talking to the ladies on this one, they say, oh, I need a man that's on my level. Okay, first of all, what does that even mean? Are we talking finances? If you're making 6 figures, does he have to make 6 figures? If you're making 7, does he have to? Or does it have more to do with his financial literacy? Is that more important? So whatever you all want to speak on, just, dealing with those things, I would love to hear your feedback. So Girl said she used to sneak money to her mom without telling me, and it was a lot. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. I wonder if Gerzon can come on. Gerzon, would you like to come on and chat with me really quickly? I would love to hear about that experience. I'm going to send you a request. Hopefully you will accept it. Let's try and bring Gerzon on. And you can totally butchered it. Sorry, Gerzon. Gerzon. Let's see if he's accepting my invite. Okay, so Sydney says, my first marriage ended due to money and she cheated. Oh, dang. Okay, sorry to hear that. Gerzon is on. Hi, Gerzon.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, so apparently I totally mispronounced your name, so pronounce it for me, please.
It's Gerzon.
Gerzon?
Usually Gerzon, yeah. But I get called Gerzon all the time, so I'm kind of used to
it. Well, welcome, Gerzon. I'm just gonna call you Mr. Rodriguez, okay?
G. Everybody calls me G.
Okay, G. So you all did have some money issues. So she was sneaking money off to her mother without consulting.
I think it was a lot of things. I think I was the main breadwinner. She was a school teacher, but I was bringing in a lot of the money. Plus, I had stores, side hustles, and I think at one point she maybe thought that it was, making a lot of money, and we were, but I was making a lot of money. So all our money went into one bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would, of course, being a dude, and any dude will testify to this, we all have a little secret stash somewhere.
Yeah,
Um,
as should she.
yeah, and I'm sure she had a very big secret stash when I found out. During our divorce, the attorneys do what's called discovery, and they paper trail the hell out of your accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, she had taken quite a bit of money
Oh
and put
wow.
it to the side without telling me or whatever. To me, I felt even more betrayed then because I felt like she was getting ready for it. Like she knew she wanted the divorce,
Oh wow.
and so
Okay.
like she was packing her mattress, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Um,
Excuse
and
me.
so, but I wasn't stupid either. I mean, I was like, I knew the marriage was in the rocks. A lot of things that caused this marriage to go into the rocks was finances. The fact
Mm-hmm.
that she wanted to splurge. I'm not. Back then, I wasn't the type of you know person to splurge and floss money or nothing like that. But she wanted to show her girls. She's a Spelmanite, so she wanted to show her girls that she had money. And I was like, you ain't got money. I got money.
Well, if
But
y'all was married and y'all together, y'all had money.
technically, that's what they say. But at that point in the marriage, we weren't looking at shit like that.
Right.
I was looking at it more like you need to slow your roll, trying to flex, and because I did good shit. I mean, my
Stuff.
ex wife will tell you she stuff. My bad. My ex wife will tell you she never had anything that wasn't from Tiffany's or some high end store like that. Like I didn't buy cheap jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess in a way I messed up because I got her used to that kind of.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you're single now, correct?
Yep.
So do you feel like that has affected the type of woman that you would date now? Do you think you would prefer a woman that is also working?
I mean, I'm grown, and I know, like, I've always been the old school type of dude where I believe that the man should be the main breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I don't mind a woman that likes to help. Um, but if it comes to taking care of the rent, my bills, I take care of all that. Just if you want to do groceries and help out with a thing here and there, cool. But that's not. I don't expect a woman to provide for me because I'm a natural
Well,
born
I mean,
provider.
you're thinking further ahead. I'm just talking about just the type of women that you date now. Like when you're getting to know a person. Before, we're not talking about moving in and getting married and all that, but just the type of woman that you prefer to date now.
Um, I do prefer a career oriented woman. Let me tell you why, because it's always good to have a fallback plan. If something
Mm-hmm.
happens to me, I know that she won't have to struggle.
Right.
Um, I don't. If we get in a serious relationship and God,
Uh
I,
oh.
I don't. I want her to be able to stand on her own feet and say, "Hey, I got a career. I got degrees. I can do this." You
Mm-hmm.
know, like she could depend on me, but she doesn't have to.
Okay.
Um, and I think
That makes
it's
sense.
affecting me because I don't. People say I lead with money too much, and I can't help it. I like to dress nice. I like to look good. I like to have money. Like I don't see what's wrong. Like if I want to look good and have a nice whip and all this stuff, but apparently I send out the wrong signal. Like I come off like a sugar daddy, and so I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm told. That's what my friends say. I'm too nice. This, black. But I mean, what? I don't like to be an asshole. I don't like to be mean. I don't like to.
You don't
I'm
have
just,
to.
yeah, But I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Like I feel like now I'm so protective of my finances when it comes to dating. Not that I'm cheap at all or anything, but like I don't want to show off or show that I got money because then
You
you
put
get
that
these
gold
girls
digger
that,
bait out there, you end up with some gold
yeah,
diggers.
and it's real out here in Atlanta. People don't believe that. People
Real,
get
real.
mad when we say that. But yo, Atlanta is one of the most superficial cities I've ever. I'm from Miami. I could go to Miami and
Dang.
pull a bad girl with no money. Over here, no. Even the ugly chicks like try to dig on you.
Dang.
You know,
Okay.
I'm straight up. I'm not the most handsome dude ever, but I know there's ugly out there, and I know there's ugly air. So I mean, I just it's real. Like over here, I've never encountered this type of. Yeah, I feel like I'm the prey. Like like damn, like I can't dress nice, I can look good, because next thing you know, it's like, oh, let's go out, and then where you want to go? Oh, Ruth and Chris or whatever, and it's like, damn, it's the first date, like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
ready for a $200 steak?
there's definitely those type of people out there. And there may be some vibes you're putting out. I don't know. You and I haven't hung out yet. Because you're playing games. But when we hang out, we'll chat offline.
All right, definitely. We got to do that soon, though.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, I'm going to let you go so that I can get somebody else on that would like to share their piece. But thank you for
all right,
coming on. I appreciate it.
no problem. You have a good day.
Thank you too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was interesting. Derek says you need boundaries, bro. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening or what he's observed to make you think that you don't have boundaries. But yeah, unfortunately, I've heard that like a lot about Atlanta, but that's like not my thing. I mean, obviously, I'm not a gold digger or whatever. I do work, I pay my bills, and all that good stuff. So that hasn't been my experience. But on another topic of finances and relationships, so we have all seen the GoFundMe funeral fund. Okay. And hopefully none of my friends currently have one up there because I don't want anyone to think I'm talking about them specifically. But just to kind of go off of that basic thing of having life insurance and making sure you have enough of it. I was chatting with someone the other day and they're like, yeah, I've got, life insurance. So that's enough to bury me. And I'm like, okay, so that's enough to bury you. Okay, what about your house? You can't live in a $200,000 house and have $50,000 in life insurance and think that that's going to cover everything. Yes, it's going to bury you barely, but your life insurance actually is to help carry you on for those that are going to be here after you're no longer with us. So if you have children and let's say you want to make sure their college fund is paid for, that should be included in your life insurance. Or if you have a house and you don't want it to get repossessed, or not repossessed, foreclosed or taken away from your spouse and your children, that needs to be covered. So a lot of people, they don't have enough coverage. So that's something to consider. So Shay actually posted this. She said, would you date someone who didn't have life insurance? And to me, I was like, that's ridiculous. No, I mean, first of all, I would want to find out whether or not they're going to get it, because if you're going to get it, then of course that resolves the issue. But some people don't realize the value of that, because you're basically leaving your spouse without your income because you're passed away. And then if you have children, you're leaving them without things that you would probably want them to have, like enough money to pay for their college, or even if it's just enough to pay for a couple of years of college, things like that. So that's one thing. And also another thing is a lot of people have their life insurance through their job, which sounds like a great idea. But hey, love. But what people don't realize is when they leave their job, they would have to get another life insurance. And also the life insurance that they have with their job probably doesn't cover those things listed. And it's crazy because I didn't even realize these things until I decided to get life insurance outside of, the military burying me, because I'm a veteran. So of course they're going to bury me. But I have this house now. So I have things that I would want to, maybe pass on to someone. So that is something that, to definitely take into consideration. So I was just wondering, did anybody else have any financial issues go on in a relationship, or are you one of those ladies who says, well, if I'm dating a dude, he got to be on my level, he got to make six figures, he got to do da da da. Are there any ladies on here who feel like that? And if so, like, if you're a white collar person, would you date a blue collar person? Or if you wouldn't, why not? So if anyone wants to share their views on that, I would love to hear from you. Let me see who's still on. Derek says, I mean, not spending money on women too quickly. Okay, so I get that. Love, would you like to come on? And if so, I would like to know, like, what has been your experience? Do you feel like you have to date a guy that makes a certain amount, or has that been an issue for you in the past in dating? I would love to hear. Let me see. See if Love wants to come on. I think that would be very, very interesting. Da, da, da. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be spending money on someone too soon. I mean, other than just like going out to dinner and things like that. Yeah, I wouldn't. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even ask for that. It's funny because I was talking to a guy and he was talking about how he was mentioning some restaurants. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of Ruth's Chris. Have I been there? No. Do I care to go? Not particularly. I mean, are their steaks really that good? Because I do love a good steak. But if so, I mean, if it's as expensive as apparently it is, then yeah. I'd rather go there on a special occasion. Why not? Okay, so I'm trying to add Love, but it's not letting her on here. Oh, connection failed. I don't know if that's my connection or yours. Dear. Okay, let's see if anybody else wants to come on. Let's see if Cortez wants to come on. Cortez, have you ever had any issues with dating and finances? Do you feel like finance that you have to be on a certain financial level to date? Do you care? Oh, Love is in the supermarket, y'all. I try to have her go live, and she in Publix. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know where she at. Let's see if Cortez wants to come on and give his 2 cents about finances and dating. It's so interesting. A lot of people, they talk about education and, like, especially women, because of the higher number of women that are, getting their bachelor's and their master's and even their doctorates, and them wanting someone with that with an equivalent type of degree. But what people don't want to talk about is the debt that some people accumulate while they're getting those degrees. So you might have someone in it and he looks good on paper and he's got this master's degree, honey, and he's got this, that, and the other. But what you find out later is that, oh yeah, I have 100K in debt or whatever. I'm just throwing out some random number. Okay, so Cortez didn't answer my request to go live. So let's see if anybody else wants to go live and join me. But yeah, it's interesting that no one really talks about that. I mean, all of y'all aren't on scholarships, okay? Some of you are, and that's great. But everybody isn't on a scholarship, so let's see. Let's see who else is on. John, would you like to come on and chat really quickly about finances and dating and whether or not it has affected you, or do you feel like it has? Let's see. Oh, wait, now it's saying that he's trying to join. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm going to try and approve Cortez to come on. Let's see what he has to say. It says it's adding you, Cortez. Women want a dude with degrees, but they'd be having high school diplomas. I can't with you, G. Hey, Cortez, how are
Hey,
you?
hey, Amayou, how are you doing?
Hey, it's Amayou. We
Amayou,
haven't spoken formally, though, so that's
my,
okay.
my apologies, okay? I'm sorry about that.
No problem. Did I pronounce your name correctly,
Yeah,
Cortez?
we're all good here. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what has been your experiences with dating and finance? Have you been married before or anything like that?
No marriage and no kids. Just
Okay.
a lot. Just probably too much. But yeah, just
Okay. So, do you feel like financial situations have affected your dating or not?
yes, I'm sure that they have. I really don't focus on it too much. I really just stay in my lane in a way. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is a very teasing type of place to me. And the way I say that is a lot of guys, a lot of guys really want to chase after the same girls who are gold diggers. I hear a lot of men complain about, oh, she's a gold digger, she's this, she's that. But a lot of guys chase after those girls. I don't know why they want. They feel like a lot of men still feel like women are a reflection of who they are. Until like I agree with that, I suppose. But I stay in my own lane. I know that I'm blue collar. I save. I just don't pay too much attention to it. If someone wanted to date strictly because of money, they'll find someone else, and that's fine. I've seen a lot of women go after the same 20 men in Atlanta, you know, that supposedly have money, or they look, you know, people are fraudulent here. People can put on appearances that they're way into that way. I just really just try to carry a good vibe about myself and do the things that I'm committed to doing, and I let these other stuff, the finances, really, you know, work itself out. I don't know what's the best with this, but sorry, I just woke up, so you're looking at me like, right. Sorry. But women, I don't know. I really try not to pay too much attention to dating scene. People have a way of coming into your life, and I don't pay too much attention to what the woman is making. It pays too much attention to I just haven't had that. I haven't had that bad luck or whatnot. The reasons why the dating hasn't worked out with me and other women is rarely because of financial reasons.
Just more so compatibility.
Yeah, but I remember dating a girl way back when that was like, she had up in Michigan. She had just finished college. She had taken a while to finish college. I think she finished around 27, 28. And I remember she was so intent on me finishing as well. And I think that was just a backup plan for her, because she wanted some of the same things that your friend was talking about earlier. When you're thinking on like just in case this happens, or just in case this happens, that you'll have this to back up this. But it's a different world today. I think there's so many ways you can make things happen for yourself,
right?
Without getting degree after degree, as you spoke to earlier, degree after degree. You know, you incur a lot of debt.
If you don't have that scholarship money or something,
exactly,
or GI Bill. Thank God for GI Bill.
Well, in your case, yeah, that worked out for you. But you can, I don't know. I understood her reasoning behind that. I just date for whatever your purpose is, really. If you want to go out there and you're hell bent on finding somebody that matches up with you degree for degree, that's cool too. But degrees can have this illusion of success for a lot of people too. That
facts.
And I've never put success on degrees or money. So I know I'm a little bit different in that way. I've known people who have, you know, master's and PhD degrees, and they're really, really unhappy. I've known people who make, you know, $15 an hour, who have a life filled with so much joy. So I guess it depends. Whatever you're bent on. Are you bent on happiness? Is money and finances, you know, tied to your happiness? For some people, it is. For me, I've never really been money driven. I've never been not okay though. I've always had my own. I've always had my own place and my own car, and my own bills are paid for. I never latched onto a woman for any reason. So you have to joke about taxes.
I hope not.
But that stuff's, you know, that's mostly a joke. I've never had to latch onto any woman for what I believe in. As long as you're coming in as able to do for yourself. You don't need to make
not coming in talking about I need help with the electricity bill and I just met you.
Exactly. Just come in as yourself. We can figure things out, because usually if there's enough compatibility between you and another person on enough issues, then, you know, things will happen in your favor, I believe. But once you start dating strictly for the purpose of money, you're gonna get some thorns in that rose too.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because a lot of dudes, and I hate to put it out there like that, a lot of dudes, especially here in Atlanta, the more money you got, you know, the more women they feel like they, you know, they can have, or they notice if your guy has a Mercedes or Lexus, it's gonna be that many more women that, you know, he feel like, oh, I deserve this, or, you know, some people coming for him. He's gonna be hunted every day, and a lot of men can't handle that attention. They can't handle that focus from many different groups of women. So it depends on, just because he has money, is he mature enough to settle down with just you? Is he gonna just you, you know, or are you just creating something with more insecurities for yourself by choosing to date strictly for money?
G said he gets that all the time.
Of course he did. And he does, because, you know, I can't say unfortunately or not. Women I know are innately attracted to security. That's why you can see them.
Understood.
You know, women could be with a muscle-bound guy like The Rock. You know, he provides some sense of security, you know, in her mind, you know, physically.
G wants to come back on.
or you can date a guy like, a Bill Gates looking guy, because he also provides some level of security. So, but I can't fault
Right.
women for wanting to be with men with money, because if that's what she feels is security, and that's might be one of her main factors for dating, then let it be. If I'm not in her lane, I'm not in her lane. Good luck and wish you the best.
Okay.
Yeah, no matter.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Cortez. You have a good evening. All right.
All right, you too. Amayou. You have a good day.
Yes. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I think Darnell popped on for a second. Let me see if he wants to come on. If not, I will bring you back on, G. I think he's gone already. That was quick. Let me see. Okay, yeah, he's already gone. So let me bring you back on, G, so so you can tell us. And I'm sure you have another good story.
Hey, all right,
He's
now
back.
I'm clean now. See. So yeah, no, I was gonna say that he ain't lying at all. Like, yo, the whole, I mean, y'all ain't lying. That whole, I just met you, and then everything seems cool when we talk on the phone. We go out one date, and the next thing is like, oh, her whole life just got destroyed, and she can't pay rent. And I'm just sitting there like, I wish I could tell him how many times I've heard this. Like, okay, well, figure it out. Like, you an adult like me. Like, I ain't your hero. I'm not, I gave my cape up a long time ago. Like,
That's
I'm not
good.
here to save nobody. Like, that scenario, I would say that happens to me more than anything else. And like he said, I don't feel because I do well that I deserve any woman, but I do know the type of woman I like. Like I can't.
So, can I
I
ask you this? Do you feel like you're attracting those type of women, not beyond what the car looks like or whatever, but do you feel like there's something that you're putting out there that's attracting women that need to be saved?
I've looked. I'm the kind of person that I feel like if the same shit keeps happening, the same stuff keeps happening. I'm sorry, I got a pirate's mouth. The same stuff keeps happening that I try to reevaluate myself and look and see what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's the jewelry I wear. Maybe I don't know. I don't really approach women like I used to anymore. I've kind of backed away from walking up to you and kicking game or whatever. It's like I don't know. I've changed. The older I get, the less I do that. The more I decline to walk up to a woman and be try to kick game to her. It's like you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiling myself or something, but um, I attract women. I do, but
Mm-hmm.
and they be beautiful girls, which makes it hard for me because like, oh damn, she's fine, but then she got 1,001 problems, and her when she about to get evicted. I had one girl a few weeks ago that she was trying to talk game to me. She had just moved here from California. Gorgeous female. I mean, beautiful. A few weeks we talked, and then I get a text message. OMG! I said, oh shit, here we go. So I said, what's up? And she's like, oh, I'm in Savannah. She wanted me to go check her house. I said she lives on the south side. I said, okay, what's wrong? And she's like, my cousin just threw all my stuff out on the curb. So I'm sitting here like, okay, we never met each other in person.
And she wants
You
you
know
to
what I
go
mean?
check her house already?
With her cousins, who I don't know on the south
Set
side.
up. Set up.
So I said, nah, I'm good. I said, call your brothers or something, because I don't even know your cousins, and I ain't trying to shoot nobody.
Now, yeah. So now I live on the southwest side as well, like outside of 285, not inside. But
Hmm.
I know it can be rough there. So I'm glad that you didn't
Oh
go. I'm
no,
glad you
see,
had the
that's the
mental
thing.
fortitude to not be on God Be Road.
I've been robbed 2 times on the south side, so
Dang, I'm
both
sorry.
times I've ever been robbed has been on the south side.
Like where
And
at on the south side?
well, one was I guess is Camp Creek considered the South Side? Yeah, right by the airport.
Kind of. Well, it depends. If you're on the outside of 285, that's like, I don't want to call it the nicer part, but it is. It's a little less urban.
Yeah.
But the
Well, I
inside
know
of
Camp Creek was
285,
one of them, and then
yeah.
somewhere right outside of McDonough, it happened
Mm,
too. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like no crazy. I got my ass beat or nothing like that. But it was more like, I'm sorry. See, I can't help it.
it's okay.
But it was more like, like he's got a chain on. He's got a nice watch. Give me a watch and chain with a gun pointed at me. I'm gonna tell you, you point a gun at me. I don't care. You can have it all because I'm not gonna buy it again tomorrow. That's not a
Yeah.
big problem.
Please give
So
it up if you have a
yeah, I
gun pointed
mean,
at you. It's not
some
worth it.
people, some people try to fight it, man. I don't care. And it happens that both times that this happened, my gun was in the shop. The first time my gun, the it kept getting stuck, so I took it to the shop. They were working on it, and
Mm,
I got robbed that night.
second
Time
there.
I was selling an iPhone, and I got robbed for it. Because
Hey.
I had an electronic shop, so I used to buy like phones and resell them. So I was big on Craigslist, which I don't even mess with no more. Now I got
Yeah.
online stores, so my online stores, everything. I don't even have to touch the product. I just buy it, put it there, and then they ship it out.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're
So
doing that and being a lot more
yeah,
safe.
but I do like I attract these women that need saving, and I don't know. I try to avoid. I've even stepped out of my comfort zone, like not dating the type of look that I like, just to
But
see
see, I don't
maybe.
think I think it's less about the look and more about less about the characteristics and more about the character. Like there are beautiful women who aren't out to get your paper. Like
No, and I believe that. I just can't find them. That's the
you need
thing.
somebody to
I
find them for you.
I wholeheartedly believe that there's women out there that are beautiful, kind, very kind, and I
Hmm.
just think they're with the wrong dude. Like I see it all the time. Like I see
I
beautiful
think that's
girls who
true
are
too.
like I'll even say this. I've seen girls who are beautiful. I'm like, man, that girl, she cooks for you. She does all this for you. My boys be like cheating on them, like hardcore, like in front of them, like don't give nothing. I'd be like, dude, that girl, like she irons your socks, dude, and she's fine, like she
Mm,
beautiful.
yeah.
And they be like, ah, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. But I just be like, I see a lot of the good girls with the wrong dudes, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't judge my peoples because that's the way they are, that's the
Hmm.
way. They're my friends, so I know they got my
You can
back.
still call them on their BS though, as their friend.
I do. I'm telling you, I'll be sitting there mad as hell. Like, yo, I'm single. I'm having issues finding a queen. You got a woman that does it all for you, and you over here whining, complaining about her. Like,
Mm.
what's up? Like, I don't get it.
Oh.
It baffles me sometimes how some of my friends act, but then again, I can only say that their background, the way they were raised, was different than the way I was raised. So
Mm.
I'm not blaming. I'm not saying that gives you the right, but I'm saying if that's what you were raised seeing, if that's what
Right.
you were raised into, then that's how you're gonna be. You can't.
Unless you choose to change it and do the work that it takes to change it.
Right, and that's the thing. I think doing the work, like
Yeah.
a lot of my friends, they get paid too. They got money. So
Mm.
like Cortez said, um, some of them feel like because they got money, they can get whatever girl they want.
Mm.
And I see it all the time. I don't have I don't have a single friend that's broke. I'll tell you that. And
Well,
I
that's
know
good.
that the ones that I do, the ones that do act like that, like they could get whatever girl they want, get whatever
Mm.
girl they want. There's
Mm.
no, they'll have a main chick at the house, and I'm telling you, they call me It'd be the funniest thing because they'll call me like, "Oh, have you seen so and so?" Blah. Hey, listen, don't call me. I don't want to get involved in anything y'all got going
Oh,
on.
they be calling you to find out whether or not you know where he's at.
Yeah, I know what's going on. I
And you
always
already
record.
know.
Anytime they call me, I automatically record the phone call. Be like, listen, I don't know nothing.
That's
I
bad
ain't
that you
seen
have to do
them.
that.
Boom, boom, boom. Have a good night. Y'all work it out. Leave me alone.
Mm,
I'm not in y'all's relationship. Y'all fix this. But it's always like some. Then after that, I call my boy like, "Yo, what's going on? Your girl just called me, mad, crying, blah 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 blah." He's like, "Oh man, she be alright." And then you hear in the
wow.
background he with some other chick like, and I call him on their bullshit. I'd be like, "Dude, you amaze me, like because a few months ago you was whining about how you ain't had no girl, and but now you
Mm,
finally got the girl that you wanted, and you over here fucking it up, like messing it up, like hardcore. Like I
mm,
don't understand it. I can't comprehend."
wow.
But at the end of the day, that's my boy, so I'm only gonna have his back. Like I
Right.
can't.
Understandably so. I
Yeah, I
mean,
can't.
yeah.
I'm not gonna betray him and call be like, "Oh, he over there." So nah, I'm never gonna do that. That's
Well,
man code
yeah, you
violation,
definitely want to
number
stay
five.
out of it.
Yeah, my main thing is I stay out of it and let them deal with that. But yeah, here in Atlanta is I don't know, it's weird.
Mm.
I'm just waiting for the right
We're
one. So
we're gonna have to talk about this more later. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because it's past my little 30 minutes that I like to do. So, but thank you for coming on and sharing. But we're gonna talk more later to find out what's really
yeah,
going
hit me
on.
up.
All right, have a good night, G.
Have a
Okay, I know you want to come back on, Chris has, but I try and keep it at 30 minutes, and we're already at 36 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So the conclusions that I've come to is that for some people, finances don't matter. For others, unfortunately, they are attracting people that want them only for their finances. Gold diggers and gold digger bait, if you may. And I wasn't able to get any ladies on that feel like, a guy has to be on a particular financial level. But, maybe next time if we revisit this issue. So I just wanted to say that, I hope everyone is covered. If your finances aren't in order, get them in order, at least for yourself, regardless of whether that affects relationships or not. And that's it. So everybody have a wonderful evening. Happy Sunday. I'll be watching Walking Dead later. So yeah, I can't wait. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.